got to learn from it.
Only what was deemed pertinent to the mission. If I requested information outside of my parameters, my tutors would deny it.
To have all that knowledge, just out of reach. Must have been frustrating. All right, I think that's enough for now. Do you want to come upstairs, or...?
So how long? You know, your plan. How long before Gaius fabricated a machine army to defeat the Zeniths?
How did you know?
Optimal strategy, so?
Well, I still have to get 2 more subordinate functions before Gaia's powerful enough to absorb Hephaestus.
What? You don't have Hephaestus already?
Gaia's still figuring out how to capture it. It's not confined to a single location, of course not!
You didn't even know who the Zeniths really are. You were supposed to be further along by now. Coming here was a mistake. They're gonna find me. They're gonna find this place and take me back. This was all for nothing.
They're not going to find us. Gaia's using Minerva to mask our location.
What difference does it make? You're too far behind. We're never going to beat them. Everything. Everyone. They're gonna die.
Hey. Calm down. You're here now, right? So is there anything you can do to help?
I have certain knowledge sets. And given your state of progress, expertise you probably lack. Geoengineering, of course. Computer science, physics, biology, chemistry.
Okay. Well, see if you can do something with that. Talk to Gaia. I'll check on you later.
How'd it go?
Her injury's not that bad, but I think she regrets coming here. Feeling might be mutual.
I'll come back later and talk to her. See if I can learn anything.
I should get the weapon fragment to Gaia. Door won't open. Guess Gaia hasn't been able to restore access yet.
I'm telling you, the old ones put blades on their feet and
danced on ice.
that doesn't sound safe.
Errand?
Huh? I mean, why wouldn't I?
Because there's 2 of me now.
There's 2 of you now. At least you seem to be handling it okay.
I wouldn't say. What are you working on?
I'm still figuring out how to... Those 2 lovebirds over there have been giving me a hand. But to be honest, all the little symbols, they give me a headache. But I'll get up to speed.
What else have you been studying?
Yeah, I've been looking into this, Vegas. Gaia showed us everything that happened when you... I mean, this Morland guy seems pretty... Though...
Maybe I should check up on...
Right.
Did you speak?
She didn't really wake up till we brought her here. I thought it'd be better if Zoe and Varl... No use crowding someone.
I have to get going.
Don't go cut.
Hey,
Nothing some rest can't take care of. Are you okay?
just trying to take...
Fair enough.
It's good to see you.
We're learning a lot. I've actually been looking through the data to find ideas for a gift, and to thank her for helping me study the glyphs. Something from the old world that she's... Instead, I found out that if you ask me anything, really...
Maybe Gaia can help. How's...
I tried explaining what a clone is to Aaron. He was totally lost. Then Zoe said something about 2 trees coming from 1 seed. That seemed to help a bit.
I see everyone said...
Zoe's planning on bringing... Says a home should all... I asked Aaron to help.
Still, it's not a bad idea. I should get back.
I'll keep an eye on Beta.
Okay.
Aloy,
Hey, thought I'd, check in on how you're doing.
you mean after meeting someone who but isn't you, down in the basement? Guess this must be even stranger.
A little.
Varl said she may be able to help us in our mission.
Maybe. You said you met...
Varl mentioned she was hurt.
That was kind of you.
I just hope she doesn't She looks like she's bare.
What else have you been up to?
I've been studying Gaia. I wanted to imagine my surprise and found out, in a way, as well as...
That's why we... Varl looks...
He's been obsessing just the other... If I understand, Gaia said the flames, they like a heart, as always. Of course,
I need to get...
may the land...
Welcome back. Aloy, I see we have a new guest. So now we know the origin of the transmission.
Yeah. I also recovered this. The weapon it was part of somehow stripped Zenith of its shield, but it malfunctioned and blew up. If we can recreate the weapon and improve it, maybe we'll gain the upper hand on the Zeniths.
A moment, I will scan it. Complete. By combining the results with data from your focus, I can infer that the weapon was highly advanced, comparable to Zenith technology, but not how it worked.
Did the explosion corrupt the data?
It was only a catalyst. The moment the weapon malfunctioned, it appears a command executed to purge all data within its core. Ostensibly, this was to prevent the weapon's secrets from falling into enemy hands. Whoever designed this weapon knew how to cover their tracks.
Silence.
Based on your data on him, that is my conclusion as well.
And he's not gonna cooperate with us. Well, it was worth a shot. But that's not all. The Zeniths got Aletheia, along with Artemis and Apollo.
That is unfortunate. However, our original plan remains unchanged. The 2 remaining subordinate functions should increase my heuristic processing density enough to absorb Hephaestus.
Right. One problem at a time. Well, I guess I better get back out there.
I wish you luck on your search.
Right. Thanks, Gaia. So I guess we won't be making use of Sylens' weapon. And now there is another clone of Elizabeth here with us. But I can't let it distract me. I still have 2 more sub-functions to get. Hey, Gaia.
Welcome back.
So, I guess Beta's here to stay. I gave her a focus. Told her to talk to you to see if she can help. She's... not what I expected.
What were you expecting?
I don't know. Someone more helpful, I guess. And less pessimistic.
It is true, she overestimated our progress. However, it is also worth noting that her confidence in your abilities emboldened her to escape the Zeniths.
I guess so.
Give her time. She may yet come around.
How are things around here?
Zoe has been studying the morphology of her land gods in an effort to understand their sickness. Without the abilities of Hephaestus, I am unfortunately unable to correct their programming. However, Zoe and I are hopeful we will find an alternative way to heal them.
Well, keep at it. Varl and Zoe seem to like spending time together.
Indeed. While studying Old World data, Zoe discovered references to a dietary lifestyle known as vegetarianism. She appreciated the similarities with Utaru practices and encouraged Varl to try out this lifestyle.
And how did that go?
I believe they have agreed to disagree.
How's Erend handling things?
He is becoming increasingly accustomed to use of the focus after an initial incident.
What did he do?
He unfortunately crushed his first focus as he attempted to affix it to his temple. Amongst a number of Oseram curses, I believe he also blamed the focus for being dainty. He has given repeated assurances that it will not happen again.
Well, good thing we have a lot of extras, I guess. So this facility, the Regional Control Center, it was meant to oversee the terraforming system?
For the local region, yes. Had humans received their education from the Apollo database, they would have then been guided here to assume operation. As that never happened, this place remained vacant.
Until Minerva decided to settle here. So I guess this room was meant to keep an eye on conditions outside?
Yes. From here, the facility's operators would have been able to observe weather and machine activity in real time. It may be possible to restore more of this room's functionality should you find and reconnect additional camera feeds.
I'll keep a lookout. So the Hades Proving Lab, where I found the Gaia kernel, it used to be a Pharaoh research facility?
Yes. Prior to appropriation by Zero Dawn, the facility was used to engineer and test advanced computer viruses. It appears to have been one of many research initiatives by Pharaoh Automated Solutions.
I guess it wasn't enough to build automated killing machines. He wanted viruses to infect them with, too. So, a while back, before the battle at Meridian, I went into Banuk territory. I discovered another AI there, one not related to Zero Dawn. Scion. It was created to oversee operations for a volcanic stabilization project, and it spent the last 1,000 years in isolation. I'm guessing
No. From the data on your an effort by it,
any chance it...
I have already attempted. Given its previous experience, I imagine it.
Right. Well... When I dove down into I found data about the man who built the dome over the city. It turns out he was a member of... But if he loved Vegas so much, why did he abandon...
The Zeniths at their core have proven to be exceptional survivors. Faced with overwhelming odds of extinction, they chose to flee.
Even still, water to the wasteland, an entire city brought back to life. 1,000 years later, the whole place was still on standby, just waiting for someone to come along and wake it up. When we were at the facility where there were records that said Far Zenith were I know they traded their ectogenic chambers to Zero, but why were...
At this point, we can only perhaps at one time they meant the necessitating such as their goals evolved over time.
So they got more selfish as their... Gaia?
Her presence is interwoven with my memories. The moment I came, we exchanged greetings, names. It was the first of many conversations, listening to her stories.
Your friend.
Yes. Though I am glad
She was okay with that. Thanks, Gaia. So, the greatest minds in the world, all working to build the terraforming system while the Feral Plague devoured the planet. What was it like?
Personnel worked in rotations at all hours of the day. Resources and technology were secured from across the world. Within a month of the project's conception, Elizabeth encouraged me to spend time with the rest. She said it was important to aid in my
What were they like?
scared, hopeful, determined. Achievements on a scale never. I owe everything.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming system to wipe out, start over.
Further supporting.
But why? Given their technology, they could wipe out the tribes of the world by easier means. And if they're the same people who left Earth 1,000 years ago, wouldn't they want the biosphere to be as it was?
It is likely they adjusted to different planetary conditions. They may be trying to recreate that environment.
Turning Earth into a new Sirius. So the Zeniths are the same people who physically immortal.
From what we know of Far Zenith, it is and engineers were offered a place in exchange for their given enough time, technology, and
like how Minerva eventually generated the deactivation codes for the Feral Plague.
Exactly.
The Zeniths, Gerard, Eric, Tilda, Beta said they were some of the most powerful people on Earth. Do you know anything
Unfortunately, no. Additionally, it appears only one.
Right.
What we can conclude is that the Zeniths are ruthless to protect life on.
The extinction signal didn't just wake Hades. It made every subordinate function self-aware. Why?
I have wondered this myself. So far as I can tell, Hades was the sole target, and the partial sentience imparted to other subordinate functions was incidental.
A signal that precise would require thorough knowledge of the system. How could the Zeniths know that?
From the records on your focus, it appears Far Zenith had an informant during the development of Zero Dawn.
Hank Shaw. He was supposed to steal a copy, but Elizabeth...
Yes. It is likely Far, despite his fate.
So from what... I guess we can assume the Zenith's technology is
Yes. They appear to make further, they seem to be equipped with some kind of protective energy field that
They seemed indestructible, but that weapon the rebels used
Throughout history, every defensive technology has eventually been defeated by an offensive counterpart. While we lack the anti-shielding weapon, were I to absorb Hephaestus and utilize it to create a large... No shielding could withstand such an...
So there's hope.
Always.
Beta believes the Zeniths want to use the terraforming start over.
Further supporting...
But why? Given their technology, and if when they
They...
turn... What can you tell me about Demeter?
Demeter sows, fertilizes.
So once I bring it back...
While permanent restoration requires I may be able to improve conditions in the region. However, like Ether and Poseidon, Demeters are alone and frightened. It may...
Okay. The missing subordinate functions.
Artemis rewilded the Earth with a variety. Eleuthia was responsible for culturing. Apollo was tasked with disseminating. Unfortunately, all...
Pharaoh, huh?
Understandable. He appears to have been pathologically narcissistic.
All four were. Do you still need...
Empowering, unfortunate, attaining them.
I guess our best... But we'll need Hephaestus.
Correct.
So you'll regain the...
Yes.
So you could...
It is in my nature to take any human life above. So yeah, I could give... I'm a... No,
What do we know about
Ether is responsible for detoxifying the atmosphere and moderating the weather. Acquiring it might allow me to quell the most severe... But be careful. It will need to be restored to its original code state.
Got it. Were you able to...
Yes, the lakes associated with the regional water. As a result, red algae. According to my data, it appears a localized occurrence of red algae continues to persist.
Maybe I'll look into it. So, Poseidon spent... From the data I found, it seems... Is that why Poseidon went...
Most likely, Poseidon saw there.
Like 3 ospreys?
I suspect,
I guess I should...
as you say.
Pam! Whoop-pata!
It's a little loud, Aaron.
I know. It makes you want to punch something.
More like someone.
There is something I'd like to discuss. It's about the land gods.
You said you wanted...
I think there's a once again provide plain. Gaia gave me a set of instructions. If we deliver it to the land...
That's great.
It may be. Unless the code is given by... Gaia showed me a way around. We need components called machines similar.
You mean Grimhorns?
Yes.
So, then you...
If all goes well.
We'll do it together.
Bless you, Aloy.
I'll let you...
Good.
I see you. I hear strange lights have been spotted to the south in the still sands. We abandoned those ruins when the sandstorms and machines became too much to handle. I wonder what's been going on there since then.
Quite a mystery.
Stay alert,
Don't get
soldier.
too curious about what Merlin's been up to in Vegas.
If you walk by,
I should check up on those
don't miss out
guys
a good
when I have the
trade.
time.